Top 5 at 5. Brought to you by Gutter Helmet of Minnesota. Never clean your gutters again. Learn more at gutterhelmetmn.com.
Dr. Dan's inbox coming up at the bottom of the hour. Email Gaardsy, JG@KFAN.com if you'd like to get in on all of the fun.
It is a mild left glute strain for Twins pitcher Joe Ryan. That is what the MRI showed.
Which doesn't sound ominous, right? But it's going to land him on the injured list anyway?
IL stint likely, according to Dan Hayes.
Okay.
I have not seen anything official. I've got a lot of inbox emails coming into my email, but I have not seen anything official yet from the Twins. Typically that happens right before the game when they do some of this stuff. But that's what has apparently been bugging him. A left glute strain, mild. Last night, the new pitcher, our guy, was actually pretty good, right? He only allowed, how many runs did he allow? Talking about Kramer. He allowed 1. But
yeah, we just couldn't get anything going offensively.
Yes, because the Twins bullpen also gave up a run, and the Twins were only able to muster 3 hits against, who is it, Noah Cameron? Yes, Noah Cameron, who went 8 strong innings, and they lost yet again, Minnesota, 56-55, or 59, I should say, now the record. But the Joe Ryan news, probably the headliner, has struggled the last handful of starts, and I would say hopefully this is the reason why. Work on your mild left glute strain. If it has to be IL, it is, but hopefully come back. But they've lost 4 in a row. Another game tonight against the Kansas City Royals. Bailey Ober on the mound for the Minnesota Twins.
We need a little momentum back, don't we?
Need a little juice.
Seems like we've lost a great deal of it. I watched a few innings of last night's game, and by the end of it, like I said, I'm going, man, don't know why we didn't sell. Everybody's, you're ready to pin a medal on the new poll ad. It's the greatest ever. Oh, what a commitment to the bit. And now it looks like it was all for naught. Because if we don't get it started pretty soon, we're going to fade out of this thing, aren't we?
Maybe. I mean, this is kind of how the Twins season has gone, though. They've been up, they've been down, they've been up, they've been down, and that's why they're 56-59. Now, more teams are jumping ahead of them. Like when this whole thing started a couple of days ago, they were basically right there. And they're still right there, a game back of the Texas Rangers for the final wild card spot. However, Cleveland's in front of them, the Mariners are in front of them, and the Baltimore Orioles, who traded everybody and everybody hates their owner, are also ahead of them. So no one's really, it's really for the last wild card spot, right? Because whatever's going on in the American League East, the Yankees and Red Sox, they're clear of everybody by 6 and 7 games. So it's really what happens elsewhere. But yeah, they would be wise. They would be wise to handle their business and get a couple more victories to stay in the mix.
So what Joe Ryan is suffering from, it's called BGW, right? Bilateral glute weakness.
I guess that's one way to put it. Because
Maurer, it was BLW, bilateral leg weakness. Again, if we're best case scenario is it explains the issue, because the scariest thing would be, well, we're kidding ourselves that it's not just that. He's just not pitching very well, or he's lost his touch. Because you don't really want to give up on Joe Ryan yet, do you?
No, definitely
Too young?
Not.
I mean, there's...
Definitely not.
Seems to have too much baseball still in him, for sure.
The Lynx are back in action tonight, 8 o'clock. You will not hear the game right here on the Fan because it is an Amazon Prime broadcast, which means there's no local TV to simulcast. So you'll have to watch on Prime if you would like to. It's part of the Prime doubleheader. I think the Fever and Vegas Aces are.
Well, here's my question.
Night 1. Go ahead.
Here's my question. If you wanted to show initiative, what time does that game start?
8.
Okay. If you wanted to show initiative, could you wrap up
me personally
our show at 6:30, go hit a bucket of balls or get a quick dinner, come back, and be the broadcast? the in-studio broadcast, radio broadcast of that game. Would that be legal for you to do?
Man, I think, we could figure it out.
Just saying.
We could do it.
Just something to think about.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not sure how motivated at the highest levels the station would be in that regard, but
actually, Abbott probably would be all right with it.
But the problem I have is
they have to have staff to do it there, though, too.
Can you?
It wouldn't just be me.
Can you feign? It's that old issue of who told us this the other day that it's actually. Oh my God, I'm losing my mind. Somebody just said this on the air to us the other day, or maybe to me, that Sam Mitchell, that it's actually in his mind easier to do a show not on location in a studio. Because there are fewer distractions. I always worry about what you lose, the obvious, the feel. He said you get used to it very quickly. So that'd be my question for you. You think you could fake your way through creating, you're not in the atmosphere.
Yeah.
So you sort of have to create it on your own.
Yeah, you could do it that way. I think I could just go to the regular broadcast spot and do it, though. That would be easy.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
I see.
I could just grab the equipment, they have it down there. I could go do the game.
But see, you're not going to get paid. Presumably, that's why they don't want to do it.
Yeah,
right.
Probably right.
Because I don't think they're going to give you a tip money or anything.
Yeah,
maybe they'll throw in a dome dog or something. I'm not sure.
Well, as you know, and we don't need to go down this road too far, but the highest levels of the Lynx made it very clear they didn't want me doing their game. So I don't know if that would
that's
work.
Right. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I don't know if that would work.
I don't know what you did to annoy them.
That's a story for
maybe a Parisi Pontiac.
That's
problem.
A story for my book.
Yeah, that's for sure.
That's a story for my book. But it's an 8:00 tip. By the way, Vegas is coming here on Saturday.
That's a noon start, isn't it? Didn't you tell me?
And that game's not on the radio either.
That's a national game, too. It has to be if it's Saturday noon, isn't it?
Hang on a second. I got to look at this.
Have you screwed up the entire schedule?
No.
Are we not even playing tonight?
No, we're playing tonight at 8.
Okay.
I have tickets for tonight.
Oh, good for you.
We have tickets for Saturday, too, when the Aces come. I got to look at this because this is pissing me off.
Well, what do you mean? What are you going to look at? Well, if it's a national game again, why are you surprised?
Well, I'm not surprised, but you've got Los Angeles tonight. You've got the Aces, the second best team in the league, defending champs, coming to town Saturday. That's on CBS, Paramount Plus, so I get it.
Well, here's the other thing. If did you say the Saturday game was Amazon?
The Saturday game is CBS.
CBS. All right, but do the network, does like the TV network doing it, do they have some right to say you can't do a radio broadcast?
Not radio. No, they have the right to say it's a TV exclusive.
Yeah, right.
Radio and TV, you can do whatever. Those are separate. And I'm surprised they don't want to do a radio.
Especially now. Hottest team in ball.
But here's what I'm checking, because on Sunday, that's why. That's ridiculous.
Well, what's on Sunday?
Paige Beckers is here.
Oh, it's Paige Beckers.
2:30. And that one's on Peacock. So it's 3 straight games.
High visibility.
LA's not very good. That's different. But this weekend.
Yeah, but this weekend I'm talking about.
This weekend is as big as it gets, besides last weekend when the Fever were here. So 3 of the 4 games. And
none of them will have local radio availability for people who are just hopping around saying, hey, I wonder how the Lynx are doing.
Yeah, which sucks.
That's not smart.
That's too bad. That's really too bad.
Not smart at all.
So anyway, 8:00 tonight. Watch it on Prime. Noon. That one's on CBS and Paramount Plus. And then, what did I say? NBC and Peacock Sunday, if you want to watch Paige Beckers. All right, I didn't mean to go down that tangent, but I do want to get to this briefly, because this is...
Vikings?
No, Vikings, there's really nothing to report. There was no media availability today, no media access. They must not have done anything today. Must have been a day off. We'll be back there tomorrow. Ben Gessling among the guests, Lavelli Neal, hopefully from the perch, and a Vikings guest as well. Did you hear about what the University of Akron is doing? Speaking of radio.
No.
They are allowing one season ticket holder, well, it's not radio really, one season ticket holder to help design their opening offensive drive for their home opener.
I did hear. Yeah, I did hear this.
It's basically a season ticket holder raffle. So every season ticket you have is one entry into the raffle.
Yeah.
You can still get in, buy season tickets, get into the raffle. And Joe Moorhead, the Akron Zips head coach, whose brother lives in town, not that anybody asked, said, We're trying to drum up publicity. We're trying to get more tickets sold. People seem to like this. We're in. They get to spend basically the whole week with the staff going over the plays. They get to pick some of the plays. I don't think they actually get to call them into the headset, but that's a pretty unique idea for their home opener against Robert Morris.
That's a good idea.
I like people that try stuff.
Here's the scary thing. My alma mater's non-conference football schedule is so terrible.
Yeah.
Indiana could do that every game, and it would have no bearing on the outcome. They'd still have no difficulty winning. I mean, even by Indiana non-conference standards, I think don't they play Howard in the second game or something?
That's what you keep telling me, yeah.
And you see who they dropped, by the way? They dropped, they were going to play Notre Dame.
Yeah.
And so, like, the only legitimate non-conference possibility, I don't think it's a good, I mean, look, Cignetti can do whatever he wants right now for obvious reasons. But I have to say, I got to be consistent. If I used to mock Mason and other Gopher coaches for this, and this year at least you could say with the Gophers, the second game is what, Mississippi State?
Yes.
I can't just let Indiana off the hook. I don't know, man. I don't understand. It has served him. I get it. But I almost want to think now you've graduated to a place where you go, okay, let's do one. I'm not saying 3.
Yeah.
Let's just do 1 against somebody legit.
Yeah.
But whatever.
The formula is the formula.
Yeah.
We can blame Bill Schneider for it, I think. That's what Mace always talks about, the old Kansas State
Yeah,
coach.
you're right.
He always said that was the formula to build up your program. The Fan and BigDeck.com, I'm going to give you a shot to win bonus bucks. It is our national cash contest. The final keyword of the evening is bank. Go to KFAN.com and enter the keyword bank.
When we come back, let's discuss. This would be under the classification of something I absolutely, positively don't get, and I'm clearly in the minority on it, but I'm going to need some help on what I'm missing or why I should necessarily be into this particular phenomenon, and then we'll prepare for the inbox at the bottom of the hour.
You're listening to Barrero.
Firmly on the outside of what is fast becoming one of the trendiest, most popular, fastest rising concepts in all of professional baseball. It's the Savannah Bananas concept.
Oh, yeah.
They're coming to Target Field, I think, for 3 games this weekend, right?
3 sold out, very expensive games.
Are they expensive?
I mean, some of them, some of the tickets, yeah. They're extremely hard to get.
What's wrong with me? I'm not against fun. I'm not against frivolity. But it just doesn't. It's like my Blue Oyster Cult. It just doesn't do anything for me. I'm not curious. I've seen highlights because they're on TV a lot every other day, and I get the bit, and it's wacky, and you catch a foul ball, it's an out, and the games are 2 hours, and which is a good thing, obviously. But baseball as wacky in that sense just doesn't. So is it popular because it's actually entertaining, or is it popular because it's becoming trendy?
Well, you have to define who it's popular for. It's popular for the kids.
Oh, yes. Is that right?
The kids love it.
Okay. So
now,
it's almost like taking your kid to the circus.
Or the Harlem Globetrotters.
The Harlem Globetrotters, yeah.
That would be my comparison. Yeah, my kids are bitter. We're not going.
But it got to be more than the kids if you're putting it on TV all the time. They're not putting it on TV for 8-year-olds because they don't have diaries.
Well, but they have TVs.
Yeah, I know.
Kids have great control over what's on in their house.
Yeah, I agree with that to an extent, but
and also in the middle of summer,
how many days are you going?
We're not going at all.
Oh.
I tried. I entered the lottery like 2 years ago.
So it's that much in demand.
Absolutely.
So there will be 40,000?
Yes, absolutely.
Each night?
All 3 nights, yes. I was just at Shields the other day, and they've got Savannah Banana stuff with the gear. like with the date, who they're playing, all the things. Yeah, I was at a hockey thing last night, and a bunch of kids were there running around in Savannah Bananas jerseys. It's for the kids, Dan.
Okay.
It's for the kids. You don't need to go.
64686, Bradshaw and Brian, KFAN text. If you're an adult, I don't know. Like I even as an adult, I was always entertained by the Harlem Globetrotters, but
well, you're not a ball guy. You're a basketball guy.
Maybe that's what it is.
That's what it is.
Do they have appeals on balls and strikes?
I don't know.
Probably not, I'm guessing.
I've only watched it like when my kids have been watching it or popping in on it. I don't know all the rules. I do like that they'll do like backflips and then make a catch, or they'll like deflect it to each other and make a catch. They've got, people dancing on the dugouts. They've got all kinds of stuff that has nothing to do with the game.
Okay.
It's a phenomenon for sure. They sell out everywhere they go. They played at Kinnick Stadium a few weeks ago in Iowa City. They played in other football stadiums. I think now they've got like 4 different leagues or teams that go around and play.
I see.
Yeah, I entered the lottery, and I was given...
So you were in this.
I was in it. Yeah, because
For the kids.
For something like this, I'm always curious what it does cost and what the options are. Even if I'm not going to buy it, I always feel, because I do buy tickets to a lot of stuff, good for me. I like to be at least in the know for what's going on. And I entered the lottery and was given I don't remember what they called it, like a waiting list time. I didn't get like an actual time to buy tickets, but my waiting list time was like 3:00 in the afternoon. And so at like 2:50, I'm in the score and I'm like, how am I going to get through This Is Your Whatever It Is leader and look at Savannah Banana tickets when the show starts at 3? Well, I didn't have to answer that because like 5 minutes later, I got an email that said, we just sold out of everything. Thanks for trying. Good luck. But it's a big deal, man.
There's been a bit of a lot of textures, a bit of backlash towards the Bananas in the 1835 demo recently, a lot to do with oversaturation and obscene ticket prices, not unique to them, though.
Well, that's always what happens, right? You go from being something cool, and the owner of the league, it's one of those stories where, he had like $7 to his name and he bet on himself. It's one of those deals to create this entertainment juggernaut.
Why are there fruit remnants on one of these keyboards?
Well, I mean, there's only 3 suspects.
My God. Anyway, go ahead. I interrupted you.
There's only one that has a show during lunch, as he says, on the air frequently.
Deny it. That's true.
So I think that would be the answer.
Okay.
But doesn't that always happen, though? You have something cool, and then what does it become about? It becomes about making as much money as you possibly can.
Tell JG we might have an extra ticket tomorrow night for the Bananas. There's a chance one of our people flakes out.
Maybe you should go and see if going in person does anything for you.
No.
I can't go without my kids. That would be bad. That would not be good for me.
That's true. Gaardsy, are there any old Twins making guest appearance for the Bananas?
I don't know.
Savannah Bananas is the worst thing I've ever seen, and I've been in a plane crash once.
Wow.
Dan, I work at the stadium, talked to one of the Banana Ball logistics guys. He was telling me about the guy that started in his garage. He wanted to mix what adults like with what children like about the game.
There you go. The rest is history.
The Bananas are the straight male equivalent of a drag show. Heightened reality and wish fulfillment. That's why I, as an adult, love them. Oh, see, that's an adult. It's not just for kids, then. Thanks for letting us know your thoughts on Banana Ball, Boomer.
Yeah, I don't think they were hoping you were coming out to throw the first pitch. I don't think you were in their main demo.
Banana Ball is another example of Idiocracy movie coming true. Maybe they should be playing that Field of Dreams that would be much more entertaining than the Twins Phillies. That's from Papa Taco.
By the way, can I give people a tip?
Sure.
So Twins are playing the Phillies next week at the Field of Dreams site, right? The Major League ballpark that they built there. It's not a very big stadium, obviously. It's in the middle of a cornfield. So tickets to that game on like SeatGeek or StubHub, I think when I looked the other day, they're like $600-700. They dropped a little bit. And there's not a ton available because people want to go. If you want to go and see the field, the Saints are playing the Cubs there, Iowa Cubs, on Tuesday.
Okay.
And tickets are like $50. So if you were going to have FOMO of not being able to see the stadium, the ballpark in the corn, and the whole event that the Twins and Phillies are doing a week from today, I think it is, I would consider doing that if you want to make the drive to Dyersville. Because the tickets are like $50.
Yeah, you're right, actually.
I'm considering it.
I'm surprised. Are they always that cheap? Has it like not become as fashionable an event, or is it because of where it is?
Well, no, the minor league game. Like the Saints and the Cubs
I see.
On Tuesday. It's the AAA game.
The AAA game you're talking about,
The Twins, Phillies is still being very expensive.
Through the roof?
I mean,
okay.
600.
I thought that's what you meant.
No,
I misunderstood.
I was saying if that
intimidates
is too crazy
you.
for you, which how couldn't it? I'm not doing that.
I take my baseball seriously. I was against the Crown Prince of Baseball. Refused to go to the banana games. Bananas are fabulous, affordable, great, perfect for family. They're not affordable. Lower level tickets at Target Field were $60. Well, you made it sound like it was worse than that.
I mean, it depends.
Maybe it depends on when you get it.
It depends on where they are, when you get them, secondary, all that.
It's not for you, bitter old man. 90% of the fans are women and gay men, I believe, as well.
What?
It's like the Chippendales of baseball.
My God. I mean, I've never been. Maybe that's true. That's a big statement.
It seems like
it's a huge statement.
Sweeping generalization, but I mean, I don't know. I can't. Leave it to our listeners, man. Savannah bananas are for people who don't have the patience for and don't appreciate the true beauty of baseball.
Oh, got that going.
When you were writing for the Star Tribune 30 years ago, do you remember people being this mean, or because no one had a platform like social media, you were the only one who could be mean? That's a long story there. Papa Taco's back. My daughter wanted to go after we did not get the lottery pick, so I looked on secondary markets, $500+ for nosebleed seats.
Yeah. I got an email from the Twins this week that they had some like all-inclusive packages available, or like some premium spots available, like where Lori Fisher breaks into.
Yeah.
You know, the Delta Club in center field. Yeah.
I'm surprised she's not going.
She might be. Who knows? Those tickets were like $300. Now, those are like, premium options, so it's not just regular tickets, but I did not buy those.
I wouldn't go for $10. I
get it. It's not for you.
The concept, is it? Yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's just, I admit, I get suspicious of things that get that trendy that fast, and everybody wants to go. Do they want to go because they are an entertainer? They want to go because FOMO. I want to be able to say I went because it's the cool thing to do or say. Maybe it's brilliant. KFAN's my radio pick. Food salad on a stick. Ant and Mello gonna be sick. Wolves in 5. Did you guys already plug the Gibbs deal? Did Gibbsy sign long term?
He did. Yes.
Jahmyr Gibbs?
Yes.
You didn't need him.
You want me to pull up the details here?
We got a minute.
He's a running back, right? Highest paid running back in NFL history.
Should be.
3 years, $67.5 million deal. Could be worth up to $75.75 million. Includes 51.5 guaranteed.
He's really good. Do you see, by the way, Alec Lewis stole our material?
What'd he do?
During the break, check the latest major Alec Lewis treatise and what it's about. And tell me he didn't steal our material. That's all I'm going to say. We'll get to that, and we'll prepare for the inbox. That's next here on The Fan.
You're listening to Barrero on The Fan.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Yeah, that's so lowly modulated.
We know it's not good baseball.
Yeah, it's not good baseball right now, and Rocco can't be held responsible for it, right? He's no longer running the Minnesota Twins.
No, he's a consultant for the Dodgers, right?
That's correct.
Good gig if you
want to talk about good gigs, although they're
scuffling
in a tailspin right now.
They're scuffling.
But I still like their chances probably to be there at the end or close to it. Before we get to the inbox, if the goal is to have a number one selling State Fair shirt, maybe move on from the Wolves in 5 bit. It's literally from 2 seasons ago. Side note, I have zero ideas for a shirt. Well, as I explained earlier, the Wolves in 5 part kind of misses the point. The Wolves in 5 is just the payoff as the tradition, going back to the beginning of it. The beauty of the bit is, even though it's ancient, it can be freshened and current because you can include stuff related to the show or the station or sports in the Twin Cities or politics in the Twin Cities or whatever from today. That's the beauty of it. So don't fixate on the Wolves in 5 part. That's just the mechanism.
It's the vehicle.
Yeah, that's the vehicle to it. That's I wouldn't. Now he acknowledges I got no ideas. He's saying but I wouldn't fixate on that part of it. It's just the way in. Inbox the same way. Some people may say, inbox, man, how long have we been doing that? I mean, you used to do your version of it in the newspaper days. Well, again, it's a vehicle. That's all it is, a vehicle. And I back in, right? Like everybody in my vehicle. I know you do. And it's the same with the inbox because it could be ancient or it could be current as hell. It could be about something we talked about earlier today. Seifert hates the fair. Dan makes the masses aware. LaMelo and Ant have flair. Wolves in 5. So the first Thursday is going to be a good show right out of the gate. If it goes the way we now expect.
2 dogs into Andy Luger.
How about that?
The Lizard King into a former U.S. attorney.
That's not bad.
I like it.
It's a good start. Anything else for that day or too early to tell?
Nothing for that day yet. No.
And then is it the second Friday that we're preempted?
Second Thursday.
Second Thursday, that's right.
I have not
for
looked,
football.
actually.
And then in terms of preseason Vikings, maybe?
I got to look.
Yeah, I haven't looked either, I have to admit. In fact, I got to talk to Abbott. I'm going to try to take a few days off right before the fair. What's your before the fair schedule?
I will be off those 3 days, too.
Ooh. He ain't going to like that then.
He's fine.
Yeah.
He's fine. We got a deep bench.
I hope so. At this point, we should. Where were we?
Inbox?
Yeah, let's do inbox.
It's time for Dr. Dan's Inbox.
Oh, we get letters.
Still time.
By the way, how
jump
come
in.
I'm looking at it looks like is it youth softball?
Oh, is that Little League softball?
Little League softball?
Yeah.
We're not represented, I don't think.
I don't know.
Little League baseball, we're not represented. What's happened to Minnesota in any of these sports? Are we are we no factor? What's wrong with winning? I figured you'd know. You got connections all over the place.
Not in youth baseball.
Oh.
Not in youth baseball.
All right, you can start it.
Dear Dr. Dan, the stories a stadium could tell. Almost 20 years ago to the day, Dr. Dan, everything changed. I was striking out hitters left and right with what L.E. Neal III would call a filthy slider. But on August 7th, 2006, I had to exit a game early. I was never the same. Sure, the season did end with us winning the division title and M. Redmond popping champagne buck naked in the locker room. But the celebration was short-lived. Days later, Game 1 of the ALDS, F. Thomas of the OAs launched 2 dongs off Jay Santana.
Ooh.
And instead of me, we had to trot out your guy, B. Bonzer, for Game 2. In that game, T. Hunter misplayed a ball that turned into an inside-the-park home run, and the rest, as I said, is history. I know you're not a ball guy, Dr. Dan, but what could have been had I not gotten hurt? This from F. Liriano. F. Liriano.
God, that's a long time ago, isn't it? How long ago is F. Liriano?
20 years, 2006.
20 years.
It's funny what Clayton, the emailer, remembers.
Yeah, that's
everything there I remember vividly.
Yeah, I do too.
Liriano getting hurt, Torrey Hunter's misplay. I was in the football press box at the Dome when that happened.
Somebody's saying Coon Rapids / Andover play in Indy. So does that mean is that the regional? Oh, is that a regional? Or that's not the World Series, right?
That would be the regional, yeah.
Regional. Okay, so we're not out of it yet.
I guess so.
Good update.
What time's your apology to Coon Rapids and Andover?
I indeed will. I absolutely will. The Twins continue to fudge it. The Dodgers don't have a budget. Don't judge it. Wolves in 5. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to think about our condition because there was an effort to try to help the bullpen. That still might, it's not September 6th, right? It's August 6th.
Right.
They're in a little bit of a doldrums right now. We didn't play. You sure we didn't play a day game today? Isn't this getaway day? Why didn't we play a day game instead of a night game?
Because we didn't. It starts at 6:30.
Starts at 6:30.
Yeah.
I want to be sure we didn't come to find out later that we
I mean,
missed
it's
it
happened
completely.
before in the top 5, but no, not today.
Because a lot of what I think still remains to be seen is teams always talk about plans. I don't even know if we know what our plan is, right? I mean, T. Pollad keeps saying we're going to spend more money, we're back in the right direction, and we're going to build on it, etc. But I don't even know how good we are. I don't know what that necessarily leads us to. And as we talked about before, if we're about to go into a tailspin, I'm not going to say, in all seriousness, that then they should have sold instead of buy, but it will sort of leave us with, I think, more of what's the vision, other than, I guess, waiting for the lockout and the hope that there's some kind of better financial structure moving forward. I mean,
that's the hope.
What are we? I mean, what are we moving beyond this? The rest of the season, what are we? Do we think? Do we know? We don't really know, do we?
No, we don't. We're up, we're down, we're left, we're right.
I mean, there was a time when you could count on the Twins making the postseason pretty regularly,
including 20 years ago with F. Liriano,
exactly right,
him being hurt,
and pretty promptly getting eliminated. That was the downside. That was that period. Remember when we took for granted being a factor to get into the postseason. The issue was, are we ever going to win something in it? Sort of like when the Wolves went one and done, 6 straight years. Now we would kill, probably, for the idea that, pretty much every year we're going to be in the postseason. And I still think, despite the imbalance, that baseball's weird enough that you do, if you get in, you can surprise yourself with what you might be able to do with that opportunity. The question now is whether we're going to have that opportunity.
Santana and Liriano would have been a nice one, too.
Oh, yeah, that's for sure.
Remember his rise, Liriano?
Yeah.
I remember him out dealing Roger Clemens when he was with Houston.
Yeah.
I mean, I was a ball guy back then, man. I loved those teams.
It's time for Dr. Dan's Inbox.
Oh, we get letters.
This is going to make you think.
Your letters every day.
Dear Dr. Dan, I absolutely love your State Fair shows. I'm counting the days. You always get great guests, but maybe it's time to spice it up a bit while feeding your inner M. Wallace. Countless stories carry just one version and one side of the truth, likely due to the no comment approach. Here's your chance to fix a few of those. Time heals all wounds. If you were to pick a favorite pair for the State Fair to hear both sides, who would it be? D. Gladden and S. Lombardozzi? K. Loesch and R. Gardenhire's Door? M. Coyle and L. Whalen?
God, that's good.
N. Turner and M. Zimmer? Anyone I'm missing?
Oh, those are good.
This from one side of a very controversial story in town, G. Taylor. G. Taylor from Mankato, Minnesota.
That's really creative.
It is.
What are the odds that we could get? Is S? I don't think S. Lombardozzi lives there anymore, does he?
I don't think so.
D. Gladden still does, doesn't he?
He's got a place out west.
Does he still do radio? I don't think he's on very much anymore. Is he still on some?
Yeah, I think he is.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, because I would think enough time has gone by that everybody could have fun with that.
Yeah.
What are the other ones on the list?
It was Coyle and Whalen.
Yeah,
Coyle
I don't think that's...
B. Motzko.
That's probably unlikely.
B. Johnson.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to get Whalen and Coyle to go on together to revisit that. Do you?
No. That was it was Loesch and Gardenhire.
Yeah, that's I like the idea. I like the idea of bringing together two people who at that time were at each other's throats for whatever reason, sometimes literally. But then, because if they have a sense of humor, you say, well, that was 20 years ago or that was 30 years ago. What the hell's the difference at this point? And you wouldn't just have to talk about that, right? You could get into some other things too.
Maybe we are looking at it all wrong.
Well, here's the one that's doable. I just don't know if both parties would agree to it. They're both local. One of them has ties to the Fan. You know what I'm thinking, don't you?
No. I mean, I'm sure I will once you say it.
Mason and Mother Maturi.
Wow.
How good would that be?
Yeah.
On live, revisiting Mother Maturi dismissing him. The problem is, I think there's a good chance that would go off the rails for Mace, don't you think? Even now?
Yeah, and here's... Yeah, I still... There's, like you said...
What was the Zimmer one? Oh, Zimmer and Norv would be a good one, but that's
Yeah.
not practical. Because neither of them's going to come on.
No.
Right. I mean, Mace and Mother?
Yeah, that's tough. Yeah, that would be tough. That would be tough. Because there's still so... You can tell it still bothers Mace. You know, there hasn't been enough water under the bridge. Like you say, the whole thing is time heals all wounds. I don't think that wound is healed. That he got fired a year after a contract extension. So
No.
That's the thing.
100%. That's the problem. It would go off the rails pretty quickly.
Yeah, that would be tough.
Saw Dan at Barnes & Noble Galleria. Word salad gives me diarrhea. I did not see a quesadilla. Wolves in 5. That's from Hendo.
How about the Polak brothers? How about Joe and Tom?
Oh, that's a great one, too.
Yeah.
Head-to-head.
Get them both on.
I like that.
The two interviews right now that I think would be most impactful would be Quasi
Yeah.
and Falvey, who is not surfaced.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
And
that's
both
true.
of them want to take the high road. I would love to get the Falvey interview. That would be, I think, an interesting
It
one.
would be. Yeah, but I don't think he'll say anything even now.
I know. Well, that's it. He's too nice.
Yeah, I don't think I just don't think I don't think he'd be particularly... He wouldn't be frontal enough, I think, probably to make it worth our while. He'd be too civil.
Yeah, probably right.
It's time for Dr. Dan's Inbox.
Oh, we get letters. We get your letters every day.
Dear Dr. Dan, the Vikings QB room consists of a released, too short, never was, a failed draft pick, and a banged-up old dude. No chance with those guys. The only true unknown is the fourth guy. Now, we did learn a little bit about him last year, I admit, but I know for a fact he's a class act, high character, elite man who was coached the right way, obviously, with many multipliers who has been groomed for the NFL throughout his college career. Starting M. Brosmer is the only chance the Vikings have to make some noise in 2026. This from P. Fleck. P. Fleck.
What was the beginning? What was here's the mistake I made. I'll admit it. I got a text from Luger, and then I lost the train of the Fleck thought. Luga, yeah.
I think we need to call him Luga from now on.
Andy Luga.
Vikings QB room consists of a release, too short, never was, a failed draft pick, and an old banged-up dude.
So he's basically campaigning for his guy and your guy.
My guy, Brosmer.
Well, I thought it was going to be for the guy who's still a gopher for next year.
I did too originally when I read it.
That's where I thought he was going.
I mean,
your guy, that ship has sailed.
I know.
There's not.
It's too bad.
He's if he's lucky, he ends up in another organization and maybe gets a chance to learn the hard way. But I think the M. Brosmer, I should say, experiment is over here pretty much. I thought for a minute that might be from B. Mayfield.
Yeah.
Setting up next year when B. Mayfield's going to be a free agent. But here's the question. What if B. Mayfield busts again this year? I wouldn't be shocked if he takes a step back. Would that be good for us or bad? Well, it'd be cheaper.
That's it.
But then do you really want him? You're back to that question.
Well, we'd be back to the Kevin O'Connell quarterback rehabilitation school.
Now, somebody told me they've been watching Hard Knocks. I think it's the Seahawks.
Yep.
Super Bowl champion.
Yep.
And they are amazed with how intense and focused and effective the Seattle offense is. That Darnold's slinging the ball all over the field. That it's almost as if whatever rules are in place about easing into practice or scrimmages, that Seattle does it a completely different way, where they know they have higher expectations now, especially. I hope that's not true. I hope that we're not lagging behind in that regard, are we?
Only time will tell Davey. I don't know.
That's true.
It's time for Dr. Dan's Inbox.
Oh, we get letters.
Guerin and Parisi?
Oh, that's a perfect one. It's perfect.
That's really good. But would we get any honesty from Guerin? I think if Parisi attacks, he wouldn't be able to help himself.
Yeah.
That's really a good one.
But here's the other thing. Parisi's too good at a nice of a guy, too.
He can be, but I think he's got more of an edge, as he showed us. The first and only time we ever had him on. Somebody's saying Conley and Cat. I don't think there's any bad blood there.
No, there's no bad blood.
I don't think there's any bad. Whatever happened to the Mike Conley interview we were going to get?
I'm trying.
That's just not working.
I'm trying.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Is he already going to taking the subway in Boston?
He's been there quite a bit.
That was his big thing.
He's been there quite a bit. Dear Dr. Dan, we've heard us being talked about once again during your conversation with A. Luga today. And it's time we stood up for ourselves. We've heard our reputation being sullied on this show for too long. We are not the punchline of some sick joke. We're not some juvenile and sophomoric bit that can be talked about in the same vein as Wiener Wednesday. At a time when this country is fatter than we've ever been, here we are providing healthy nutrition to the masses, but all we get is dumb humor just because we share a similar shape to something phallic. Get over it and start treating us with the respect we deserve. This from P. Kessler's Vegetables.
Oh. Well, it's fun. The timing's fascinating because as you read that, for the second time today, the same texter out of, I think in this case, Duluth, has sent a text that is obscene and cannot be read on air. It's like he tried it once, hoping to get a reaction. I didn't respond. All I can say to him is, it's funny, but we can't possibly use it, shall we say? It's not my fault that Kessler makes the whole vegetable garden thing
the answer.
Seem suggestive,
yes.
Right? I'm not doing it. He's demanding it. He's not even encouraging it. He's demanding it. In fact, I'm going to send him a copy of this text to see if it'll make him feel a little bit guilty. That's from Craig in Duluth.
The right answer is if the vegetables are mad, blame Kessler.
He has set the tone on it.
We're not asking him for his vegetables.
He has, oddly enough, he has sexualized his own vegetables. I think is the best way to put it.
It's time for Dr. Dan's Inbox.
Letters. Oh, we get letters. We get your letters every day.
Dear Dr. Dan, we recently heard you are not into our brand of entertainment, which thoroughly disappoints us. However, we didn't make it this far by giving up easily, which is why we have taken up a collection plate and now have enough money to reanimate the corpses of B. Crosby, B. Lancaster, and E. James in order to have them sing the seventh inning stretch at T Field this weekend. Are we speaking your language now, Dr. Dan, the owners and operators of the S Bananas?
It's fairly obvious that the S Bananas don't need me. That they're not going to lose any significant momentum here in the Twin Cities or anyplace else with or without me. And maybe I can be turned around at some point. I don't know. Maybe it's different in the ballpark than watching on TV. Watching on TV, it's a shrug for me. But of course, I'm a bitter old guy.
You're a boomer.
And I'm a boomer. That's very true.
It's time for Dr. Dan's Inbox.
Letters. Oh, we get letters. We get your letters every day.
Dear Dr. Dan, I'm waving the white flag. You win. While podcasting S sermons to close out last weekend, I had a P. Kessler-like TV chuckle over the reverse 5-point parking controversy. As a recent adopter of the reversing 5-point park, I scoffed at the idea of holding up traffic while executing this move. With a crystal clear reversing camera and tight reversing turn radius, I had my vehicle between the white lines within the blink of an eye. And then it happened. On Monday, all alone, with not another vehicle in sight, my driver's side wheels hugged the white line. On Tuesday, it took me 30 minutes and I was still occupying 2 spots. By Wednesday, they nearly needed to fish my vehicle out of El Superior while reverse parking in Canal Park. Like S. Darnold once said, I'm seeing ghosts. Move aside, curse of the Bambino. That is, if you're even real. The curse of the afternoon aardvark is sweeping Minnesota. Dr. Dan, is there anything that can be done to reverse the parking curse? This from F.P. Parker. The 5 points Parker.
No, I don't think the curse can actually be reversed at this point. However, what I do believe is that, like with a lot of us, the more we question the need to reverse park, 5-point, 6-point, 7-point turn, whatever that might be, the more likely those individuals will do it more often than they did before. Double, triple, quadruple down. I think, sadly, in 2026, that's just human nature.
As I was walking in today, right before I saw you in the lobby, a driver in a white vehicle. I'm walking on the left side where my car was parked. I can tell he's getting ready to back up. He's getting ready to reverse. He pulls next to me, out in front of me as I'm walking.
As you're walking.
So I have to move to the right side of the ramp. All the while, someone is behind him. Now, in his Fairness and Savagery Act, he did it very quickly. But I had to reverse course, move to the other side.
That's wrong.
And the car behind him had to wait there for a minute. And you want to know the best part of it? Was he driving an F-150? No.
A Miata?
Basically, he was driving a Tesla sedan.
Oh, man.
Not necessary.
Yeah.
Unless he was going to rob Continental Diamond and need to get out of there quickly.
Quick getaway.
That's the only reason.
Wow.
That's the only reason.
Wow.
One walk-off?
It's time
Why not?
for Dr.
Why not?
Dan's
Why not?
Inbox.
Letters. Oh, we get letters. We get your letters every day.
Dear Dr. Dan, we are demanding equal time to make our opinion heard on Minnesota legal matters. We're pretty sure we at least know about as much about that as A. Luger knows about rock music. This is from B. Oyster Cult. P.S. More cowbell.
When I was distracted earlier by a text from A. Luger, it was somebody complimenting his performance on today's program and doubling down on his opinion of B. Oyster Cult as well. So, of course, that's the one he chose to send to me.
Live in your silo with B. Oyster Cult.
I'll tell you what, when we return, I think the best grudge match concept to be on the same bumper-to-bumper state fair panel yet. Best suggestion yet that had not been previously named. We will discuss it and get to more when we return.
Bumper to Bumper with Dan Barrero on The Fan.
Here's another good one. This wasn't the one I was going to tease, or did tease. Walls Flanagan.
Oh, yeah.
Not Wes Walls.
Right, Tim Walls. Coach Walls.
And Flanagan.
Well, honestly, you could do Walls Harris. You could do Biden Harris.
Yeah,
you could do Shapiro. You could do the Democrats the last few years. You could do everybody.
But the best one yet has to be, and it's doable, I think. It's actually practical. Johnny Athletic and Kay Fallness. You want to talk about visceral hatred?
Yeah.
I mean, they pretend it's all in good fun and it's all the bit.
No, but they both get a little chippy.
They get chippy.
Yeah, they do.
I mean, that would be, I'm not sure they could sustain it for an hour, but I bet you we could get 2 decent segments out of it. Just, back and forth.
Yeah, maybe we will do that. I'm trying to think who else we could do. There's a lot of good ones.
There really are a lot of good ones. A lot of bad blood ones.
Yes.
That's for sure. So keep that in mind as we move forward. A couple more texts. Somebody wants to know who are the top 5 bad blood feuds with Bumper to Bumper. Bad. Oh, it's hard to narrow that to 5.
Yeah, just in my time, we've got about a dozen.
Maybe 20 that we could get into. I'm not exactly sure.
Well, Wednesdays during football, Mason, we get both sides of the story almost weekly.
That's true. Yeah.
I think we've gotten all sides of that story endlessly.
Well, I'll give you a good example of what you're talking about with Mace, and this is where I have to always make the judgment whether it's worthy of going down the road, because once I start it, I'm not going to be able to stop it.
Yeah.
And that is, he tweeted out, well, he didn't tweet. This was a text, and I was in a group text in which he is excoriating Big Ten teams, or certainly including Indiana, for miserably awful and weak non-conference schedules.
Yeah, this is a tough call for you right
So
here.
then my choice is, okay, he's not wrong, and I can let him riff on that. Or I can say, et tu, brute. Are you kidding me?
Are you nuts?
Have you forgotten some of your non-conference schedules? And you sure as hell felt different about it when we ripped it then. And then is it worth it? Because then it's going to be, fact and fiction.
You're wrong.
You're wrong.
We
You're
played
making
Cal
that up.
once. They had Aaron Rodgers.
That's right.
And Marshawn Lynch.
That's it.
I always wanted one equal.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got his talking points for sure.
He does.
He did play every Louisiana directional school, though, in his time.
All the hyphens.
Lafayette, Monroe.
Yeah, I mean, it's just constantly is what he did. Go back and look at, if you go back to like the Cal Stahl days of Gopher football from the 70s, I mean, look at their non-conference schedules. It's a completely different breed. And again, the time was different to an extent, but it was. Oh, that was the other thing. I don't know if I brought it right now. Dan, Minnesota. I think this was actually for Sermons Day on this day. I think it was that day. He had a copy of a poll that the Star Tribune had done, and the question I think on the table was, would you rather watch your Golden Gophers at Memorial Stadium or at the Metrodome? And the Metrodome won it big.
Interesting.
Now, you could argue it was a little bit of a fixed debate then because Memorial Stadium was in, I think, already a little bit of disrepair. And the Metrodome, if nothing else, was considered new, right? It was, and kind of a curiosity, the idea of it, a domed thing is kind of, at that point, it almost felt like a novelty, but it was a decisive win in that poll by the average Golden Gopher fan for the Metrodome. That's what I should bring to Mace's attention. It'll drive him nuts.
It was a palace.
He hates
that
whole, he pretends that it was the worst place ever to play. No, it was the worst place ever to play if you can't hold on to a lead. I mean, let's be honest.
Oh, boy.
Well, I'm saying I'm testing you out here because you don't have to necessarily respond the way he would.
Well, here's what's going to happen tomorrow. You or I is going to get a call.
Yeah, somebody's going to hear it.
His Wayzata Dog Park tomorrow, his coffee, because he's not listening, as we know. But somebody told him you were ripping me. Once again, fact versus fiction. We're definitely going to get a call tomorrow. One of us will from Mace.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Which I love those voicemails.
Yeah,
because they're great. Because I'm not going to answer
this
calls.
If we got this suggestion done, we should probably make it our last show because I don't think it could get any better. I don't think we could make it any better than this pairing on the same panel, State Fair or in this studio. KG and Glenn Taylor.
Oh yeah, that's the one. That's the one.
That is the one.
That's the one.
Now, it is and it isn't, because I don't think at this point Glenn Taylor, I think he might get overwhelmed a little bit. But, I mean, think about, plus, you'd have to be on the dump button like every second.
Or Garnett might not even say anything. He might just have that KG scowl on his face, shaking his head.
612 guy, how about Chad and Barrero? There is no bad blood between Chad and Barrero. I mean, we could, I guess, pretend that there was.
I still think at some point we should do some type of reunion show for charity or something.
We're not allowed to do that. We were told we couldn't do that.
Yeah, we can figure it out. You know me, Dan. The only 4-letter word I don't like is can't. I say that to Lori Fisher all the time.
That's true.
I always feel like there's a way to figure something out.
Well, you might be right at some point.
But you know me, the eternal romantic and optimist.
Lawyer Tom wants to correct my pronunciation of et tu, brute. Yes, that was the bit. I know how it's properly pronounced, but thank you. That's the point. Mispronouncing it in this case is kind of the whole point. Gladden Lombardozzi, we have mentioned that one.
That was in the original letter.
That was in the original letter.
That's the whole thing started.
Exactly right. Common and Thor. I don't think there was necessarily any bad blood between Common and Thor Tolo, was there? That I remember.
Not that I remember.
I don't remember anything.
Before my time.
Yeah, I don't think that was a big... Professor Thortolo. I think he's still a professor out west, isn't he?
California, isn't he?
No, that was state of Washington.
Oh, is it? Okay.
I could be wrong. It's somewhere out west. PA and Zimmer.
Yeah, I mean, there's
The
bad
horse
blood.
thing, yeah. But again, I think Zimmer is ungettable at this point. I don't think you're going to get him to come to the phone, let alone the Great Minnesota Get-Together. I don't know. What do you think?
That would be something.
How about Luger taking a shot at Seifert without knowing it was Seifert?
He doesn't think it's cool or fashionable to crap all over the state fair like these guys do. And Luger's not one of us.
No,
he's a transplant.
He's still, it's not like it's giving up like you're making too big of a concession according to Seifert. It's not that tough. I mean, if my choices are State Fair or what do they call the banana boats?
Savannah Bananas.
Savannah Bananas. I'll go back to State Fair 12 straight days. 12. Fight the traffic, park in the Sky Yuma lot, ride with the Rubes, stand with the Rubes every day over the banana boats, whatever they are. What'd you call them, Savannah Bananas?
I called them what they are, the Savannah Bananas.
Oh, okay.
Well, I'm glad I didn't take up the offer to have them come in studio today.
Did they really offer that?
No.
Oh.
But had they,
I wouldn't have known what to even ask them.
Yeah, it would have been a quick no.
Oh, another great one. Let's pause. We'll give you, this is people. I'll tell you what, man, our listeners are coming through again big time. They helped us, we think, on the shirt, at least some ideas. And they're coming up with some great suggestions on bringing together, in some cases, two people who can't stand one another and hoping that enough time has transpired where you could put them on a panel and they wouldn't kill each other and they might actually make for an interesting radio. Back with a couple of those suggestions as we wrap up and remind you of what you missed and what you might want to podcast later tonight.
You're listening to Barrero on The Fan.
From the 1-800-ASK-GARY Traffic Center.
Washer since 1975.
It's the Bumper to Bumper Show Wrap.
You know what baseball team's through the roof since we last chatted with a guy who does their games on radio? Chicago Cubs. We had Coomdog on previewing Twins Cubs right at Wrigley.
Yes.
And the Cubs are on fire since then. They are top wild card team by like 5 games over the field, I think. Now 67-49. I think, didn't they just sweep the Dodgers?
And they made a bunch of moves,
They
right?
made a bunch of moves, yeah.
Gaardsy from Toronto.
They're doing very, very well, for sure. I'm not sure this one's doable, but God, would it be delicious. Jack Morris and Glenn Perkins. Hang on.
Go get them, Glenn. Show us what you can do.
Oh.
That would end in a fight, I think.
Where's the according to Glenn? Do we have that one?
I can't. I think we lost that one.
Are you serious?
Yeah. That one, I think, had an end date.
Oh, the according to Glenn is the best one.
I played it almost every day.
Oh, God, that was so good.
I played it almost every day.
Oh, my God, was that good. Yeah, that might end in fisticuffs.
Yeah.
You're right. That's true.
That would end in an actual fight.
KFAN girl writes, Caitlin Clark versus the Sisterhood.
That might end in fisticuffs, too.
What are the odds, by the way? This goes back to, again, when we first started having Andy Luger on the show, that eventually he would make reference to Caitlin Clark and the Sisterhood during his appearance, as he did earlier today when he joined us between 3:15 and basically 4:35. So it's extended Luger. We got into some serious subjects eventually, politically speaking. If you need that, we got there. And we started with, I asked him the same question I asked everybody old enough to answer it. What was life like back in 1976? And he told us one of the best stories I've heard. Basically said 76, or the events in late 75 into 76, changed his entire life. And there's a football angle to it. And then there's a bulletin board material bit, no respect to it, and so much more. So if you missed it, I highly recommend you podcast the program for that, if nothing else. KG and Rick Rickert.
Oh, boy.
Where is Rick Rickert these days? Do we know? Anybody know? Is he local?
No, he's not. And I only know because he married a friend of mine, a tennis player.
Yeah.
He lives in Idaho. His daughter's a hell of a tennis player.
Okay. Kenny Patera and Brett Blakemore?
It's like the 1 year anniversary of that conversation.
That's true.
That was
You're right.
training camp.
We were at training camp. You're right.
We were at training camp.
And what was the
Hulk Hogan died.
Hulk Hogan.
Yep, Hulk Hogan died.
That's true.
Which you wouldn't have known if you listened to that interview.
PJ and Jerry Kill? Is there bad blood? Oh, there was some.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
Jerry wouldn't shut up about it for like 5 years. That's a good one.
Chris Carter and Nordo? What am I missing there?
I don't know.
Is there some backstory I'm unaware of?
I don't know.
Huh. There was another good one that I want to have to scroll. They're coming in fast now. Cuddy and the center field trees. That's not bad. Jesse Ventura and Babs Carlson, always good conversation. Yeah, that would be a good throwback. Mike Redmond and Lavelle's boxers.
Oh,
the Lavelle underwear thing has really taken on a life of its own.
yeah,
isn't it?
that was from like 4 years ago.
Yeah,
the Olympics.
that's true.
Rochelle Olsen and Chris Maddle.
Yeah, well, that's about as current as one could get. I mean, it appears to be very one-sided right now. Although, unless she's fired back, I don't know. I mentioned to Luger, what if we had Maddle on the same show? He thought that might be too much. I don't know. Just the two of them, arguing and debating. Although